Hi, recording. Back. Corvian Great Arrows. Dim Light or Darkness. These arrows do an additional 1d6 psychic damage. Whooper is a dark type in Pokemon cards because Pokemon cards have fewer types, and so they get folded in. Like how flying type doesn't
Interesting.
exist. And so all the normal flying types are just normal type in cards because there's no flying type. The item for you, Christopher, is the Corvian Mantle. It is a mantle, a kind of cloak of these feathers and leather. I mean, some of the feathers, but mostly the leathers down your back. The feathers kind of giving a vibe to it. It's a weird word to use, but giving a dark look to it. Definitely reminiscent of the creature. And connected to it, that you can pull up over your head almost as a hood, is a skull helm. A shrunk down version of the Corvian skull, specifically the top half of the skull. And so it is kind of a bird-like skull moving forward with, I believe it was... Let me get the image so I can double check against it. Deep Crow. It has 6 eyes out the top of it, as well as from the side, though it's missing the lower half of the beak on this section. It does have the bone protrusions of the top half of the beak and the 2 mandibles on either side, giving a rather intense visage. It is a wondrous item that is rare and requires attunement. As I believe we discussed, you wanted attunement and more powerful for the quality. It also, in terms of like location on your body, probably have to go instead of the cloak of protection. So you can try and make an argument that you wear both, but you might have to make heat checks in the desert. While wearing this mantle made of deep crow feathers and skull helm, you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks. And it has the ability Shadow Call. While wearing this mantle, you can pour your aura into the remaining psychic energy of the creature. You can use a bonus action to expend a number of HD up to your proficiency bonus. Each creature of your choice within 60 feet of you must succeed on a DC 8 plus proficiency plus a roll of 1 HD, Constitution saving throw, or take psychic damage equal to a roll of the HD spent. So you can bonus action Psychic Burst by spending HD.
Oh, that's fun.
Boom. Copy text. Bam. Corvian Mantle. This is session 146, correct, Maury? Alright, are you doing anything to celebrate Ticket's birthday? Is everyone tired and do we need to call it for the night?
Does John even know Thicket's birthday?
I think we would have been talking about it. Like,
I assume the party would have mentioned it a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
I assume the characters talk to each other, even if y'all don't roleplay them talk to each other.
That's fair. You're not supposed to give milk to cats.
Cats are lactose intolerant.
Actually, most animals are lactose intolerant after being weaned. Humans are a rare exception.
Dish party.
We're not even really an exception. We just chose to do so anyway until we were fine with it.
Well, I mean, we basically ended up selecting for people who were not lactose intolerant. So the lactose intolerant people are actually the normal people, according to, general biology. Yeah, famine and desolation. Basically, yeah. Those people who weren't lactose intolerant survived to pass on their genes. Anyways, natural selection aside. Happy birthday, Thicket. I don't know if there's anything we can really do on the road.
Equal to a roll of the HD spent or the roll of the HD spent?
It'd be separate. So for the proficiency, you would just roll 1. So for yours D8s, you would roll a D8 to add to your proficiency plus the 8 for the DC, and then all of the HD that you spend for the thing you roll to make the second damage.
Okay, so to the roll of the HD spent, not to a roll. That last sentence.
Yes, the roll of the HD spent. Yeah. So you would expend, 3 HD and you would deal 3d8 psychic.
Right. Yeah. It just as a roll, there'd be no reason to ever do more than one, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it would. So it's meant to be of the number of HD spent.
Okay. It is a neat item. What am I doing?
Thanks. I try to make neat items. Okay, so the party doesn't do much more for Thicket's birthday besides telling Sam, or besides John congratulating Thicket on his birthday. And Gambit wanting to do a milk party. Ice cream.
How old is Thicket?
1, probably.
Oh,
1. At least in
so Thicket's never had a birthday.
This is his first birthday. Well, I mean, I guess before being birthed, but,
We need a smash cake.
And he remembers.
We were just as chefs. We should have got some extra fish. Or something.
Birthday in the desert.
Instead of a smash cake, we can make a smash sandcastle.
Nice.
Okay. Given the vibe of the night, everyone seems tired. Do we want to call the session for the night? If everyone's feeling a bit more up to it next week? It sure seems like y'all are out of it.
I mean, I was just not really responding because I don't know if Thicket would be involved in planning his own birthday.
I mean, I'm fine with continue, but I don't know about everybody else.
Breslin, Jack, Christopher.
Because we've
Why
never
everyone
been to
through the-
Nace.
Yeah, the reason why you're going through
You
the
can't
desert is
tree
because you've
there.
never been to Nace, unless you have an
I mean-
alternative path.
There was basically no other way to get to Nace than through the desert. Unless you wanted to go via the water. There looks like there's a sea monster out there, though.
That's just buzzed out.
I mean, we could have gone to the city west and then got into the forest or mountain area and then went south.
Very cool.
That would require going off path.
Yeah. Sadly, we have to go through the desert.
I mean, I'm down with going as far as you feel comfortable going, Micah. Like reasonable, like is it like a good stopping point for whatever for trying for next time or whatever. But
Everyone
I
just
mean, it
seems
does.
a little tire her out of it. But if it's just in terms of like movement, I am fine to, we can skip past the travel. I know y'all don't do as much in travel, but I want to give you the opportunity. If there was anything you wanted to do on the way, you would have time.
Not really anything I needed to do.
Okay. Gambit is protesting desert.
It's a little bit late to protest that.
Believing that if you go in the desert, you die.
All right.
We made it through most of the desert without dying. I think we're all right.
The Tria stuff.
What?
Tria told Gambit that if we travel through the desert, we'll die.
Oh. Well, we made it most of the way.
I'm not sure if we know that though.
Priya said that if you followed tried to pursue the wasteland idol, or not idol, but wasteland statue, it would lead to your certain doom. And Gambit has taken that to mean that the desert is bad.
I mean, damn it, you're just no. Yeah, this isn't the wasteland. It's just a desert. I don't know what wasteland you're talking about.
See, you know what? Never mind. No, I can tell you later.
A desert and wasteland are not necessarily synonymous. Plenty of things live in deserts.
We need to give it some anti-anxiety meds.
Damn it, you just need to take something to calm you down for the next week.
Do you want to talk to her again?
For the YouTube side, Dyson is unable to microphone for some reason. Sending messages through Discord. It said it was through the desert. We can't go that way. Gambit would rather go water than desert, and Gambit hates water. And then put a gif of Sid saying we're gonna die.
We're gonna die.
I mean, let's just get it over with.
I can't die on my birthday.
Your birthday was 2 days ago.
We're already in the desert.
Suicide by sand. It would leave Gambit and Gossin and
I imagine we're like hauling Gambit with us.
dragging him by the collar of his shirt.
Gambit does not want to talk to the tree lady. And believes that moving through the desert is a certain doom. And the rest of the party would like to drag him along. Been missing stuff. Why didn't you say so earlier? I knew you were muted, but not that you were missing every other word.
every fourth word.
Well, are we going or not? We've already made it this far.
Yep.
Seems to me like the party's gonna go and try a gambit with them.
That's my
Might
vote.
as well.
There's no other way to get to Nace. Unless we teleport. Like trying to get like Sasha or Simeon or someone to teleport us there. And last time we teleported, we ended up in the Queen's throne room.
Yeah, I don't trust her teleportation anymore. Not that I've got anything against the Queen, I just don't want to get thrown in jail cell again.
It was really inconvenient.
It was.
Alright. Arriving at Gosen, I don't know if you're going to spend any time there, but I feel like I should go ahead and describe it. This town, as you go up to it, is fairly well off. There is a stone and wood wall around the entirety of the town. Getting into it appears to be at least the parts that you would see during your time there before you'd move on, potentially getting any refills of rations or things, depending on if you're just having good berries at Thicket's provision. You would see that the town itself seems to be fairly well off. Lots of wealth, lots of very fancy houses and clothings, and make an insight check if you want to, or you can tell me your passive insight. But at least the part of the town you would fairly easily see is very fancy. John, you would get the sense that there is probably a larger slum section of the town. And you spot inside of one of the buildings that inside of the building, there's not much in terms of furniture and things. It's very basic, that you would see the same. And you get the general vibe that everyone is putting on an air of finery. But standard townspeople, while putting on this air, for whatever reason, still don't have that much money to spend, but this is what they've decided to spend it on.
Why would they put up a facade of niceties but not actually have anything good? What is there a known history of this town being run down, or was it like used to be a good town?
With the 23, you've heard of it. You would have heard tales while you were in Coral about all the various lords, including this one who's been here for quite some time, over a decade. Megrog, the Lord of Gosen, is known as the Lord of Greed. Effectively, he is, to the note of people around, while he is fairly powerful into himself, through his own strength, he is definitely on the side of indulgence and show and pride and gluttony, basically. And so there was a while where he would constantly complain or go off on townspeople or even throw people into jail for like dirtifying the city or being lowlives who are not worthy of such a great place. And so it's just kind of become cultural there that you put on the facade of niceties while they live, which has resulted in a weird kind of poverty, where there are people that are just genuinely well off and living in nice places, and then people that have a nice place to live with very little inside. Everyone religiously washes their clothes. Like, people have learned to live here when they find it worthwhile, because there is a very large trade. Megrog is known to want to buy up lots of things and have lots of nice things and foods, and so artisans can make a lot of money, particularly from Megrog. And because of it, it also generates between the sales. It also, while they're here making things to sell to him, they also tend to sell it off toward others, and it gets transported around to schist and delivery onto the rest of the country. And so there is money flowing in and out through that high-end artisan commerce. But in terms of culture, there is a very refined air to the town because of the sensibilities of its lord.
So they put on a rich facade so they don't get jailed for being poor.
Yeah, basically.
That is very sad. I guess John will explain this to the party.
And you would,
Now I'm wondering
you would
what
come
they
to the
do
conclusion
with
there
jail.
are poorer sides of town. They are not places that Medgrog goes, and so it's kind of an out of sight, out of mind.
So the slums are not places he goes.
Yes. So the finer display parts of town. And you were saying something like it?
So now I'm wondering what they do with the jailed people.
That's a great question. I feel like it's the same oxymoron as debtor's prison. Like, you can't earn money when you're in prison.
At least not very much.
So
you would find that
how are you
that
gonna
people
get
do
richer?
get out. That from the history, it doesn't happen nearly as much, especially because the town is now adapted. But back in the day, people wouldn't be in there for that long. Medgrog quickly forgot about the people he complained about. Hostile architecture, that's a good way to describe it. Hostile to standard living. And so people didn't stay locked up for more than a week. And it was rare for Medgrog to, you rolling a 23, you've got lots of information and stories about this place. He would quickly forget about it, and so it's almost as you kind of learn about it, while they obey Medgrog, the judicial system of the city and kind of the city functions kind of operate independent of him. The stories say sometimes there's kind of a council or like stewards underneath him that take care of managing things. And so while everything looks pretty, it does function. And people avoid him complaining or having issues with them. But the consequences don't usually seem to be that large, historically. There's, stories here and there of him killing people or things like that, but you're not sure the exact truth of those or if they're bard tales.
Mm-hmm.
There are lots of festivals, you know that for sure. In fact, you would see the cleanup at this point from when you get there on October 2nd. The cleanup from... Actually, no, it would have been a week you would not see the cleanup from the equinox. Are y'all going to stay in Ghost or do anything there before pressing on?
All right, are there any good shops?
Flowers, okay.
Yeah, flowers.
Do.
We are in Gosen at this time, or have we?
Gosen.
Are we on?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll look into any magic shops, and we can handle that next time since it is getting later.
All right. We'll plan that then. We'll continue on to Nace next time, and this gives me some time during the week to plan out. but the magic shop might have just a generation. Don't you just love when you try to copy something and it just doesn't act?
Do they have diamonds here? Like actual diamonds?
Yeah, you'd be able to buy some diamonds, certainly. Most of them would be set into jewelry at this point, but there are definitely diamonds.
Do they have loose diamonds that I won't get crucified by a jeweler for using for magic?
You probably wouldn't anyway here. Well, let me roll a culture check. We'll say on a 12 or 13 or up, you have to hide your intentions. Below that, you don't. No, they don't care.
Okay.
Most of these are.
You're
like,
paying money.
hey,
That's all
paying
they care
money,
about.
You bought it. It's fine. Nobody cares.
How much diamonds?
Let's find out. We're gonna say in the hundreds of gold, between 1 and 1,200. The roll says 700 gold's worth of diamonds you can find for reasonable prices.
That's 70 platinum?
Yes.
I don't have that much.
These are pretty, and I was thinking yellow. So
Let's see. I have. How much diamonds do I have currently?
the flower of the city are called super bells, or lemon slices. They are a calibracoa type of flower. I'm gonna throw them in session highlights.
I'm not sure that I remove the diamonds when I revived the halfling.
I
think
remember
I-
you had
ow.
not enough to cast again.
Yeah. And it says I have 300 gold pieces of diamond dust,
Then I would say you do not.
which,
So that would be 0.
yeah.
How many are you buying?
Okay.
How many hundreds of gold? And are you going to try and get the help of your party members to fund?
Guys, can you help me buy some diamonds?
What kind of diamonds?
Expensive, like 600 gold pieces of diamonds. Maybe 7.
Those are expensive diamonds.
Yeah.
How much do you want?
But every 300 means I can bring someone back to life.
So do you just want 600?
How much money do I even have? I do not have that much money. There's probably a bunch of money in the party fund you can use.
How much money is in the party fund?
Probably too much.
Wow. That's a lot of gold pieces.
We've been putting like
Can I
40%.
just take it out of the party fund?
Go for it.
Yeah, y'all have been depositing most of it there. For last few times of getting stuff. Yeah, y'all have 1,700 platinum or 17,000 gold. That's 2,000 gold. So really, you have almost 20,000 gold worth of cash in the party fund.
I'll take 70 platinum out of it.
All right, I can remove that. You are going to buy the full 700 gold pieces. Go ahead and mark that on your thing.
Is it all diamonds or is some of it diamond dust or?
Do you need it to be diamond dust or diamonds?
I forget what I
It'd
used
probably
diamond
be
dust
whole
for.
diamonds. I think dust is greater restoration. Whole diamonds are revivify.
Let me see. Where is Greater Restoration?
What to do? I'm gonna get them later, but
Yes, Greater Restoration is the dust. I'll do 100 dusted.
alright. 100 dusted.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go ahead and take off that extra platinum as the processing fee to get to a nice even 1,630 platinum in the inventory. While I will figure out the rest of what's in the shop, I can guarantee you Shift Weave, Glamour Weave, Glamored Armor are all available. Glamour Weave lets you have effects come up from your clothing, butterflies floating around you. Shift Weave can basically store up to 5 outfits when it's created. Glamored leathers, I believe, you turn them into whatever outfit. Or I can make them assume an appearance of a normal set of. It's +1. I forgot the exact price, but yeah. Does anyone need fancy rounds open? And I will go ahead and end the YouTube side. We appreciate you. Hope you're having a lovely time. We'll see you next time as we finish up in Ghosten and head toward Nace. Whatever may follow. Bye.